Hello, and welcome to the Arts of Language podcast with Andrew Pudewa, founder of the Institute for Excellence in Writing, or as many like to say, IEW. My name is Julie Walker, and I'm honored to serve Andrew and IEW as the Director of Marketing. Our goal here is to equip teachers and teaching parents with methods and materials which will aid them in training their students to become confident and competent communicators and thinkers. So today we have another opportunity to talk with someone not Andrew. You see, Andrew's traveling this week, and although it's remarkable that we're able to get him to come in and do a few podcasts, today we just ran out. So I just looked around to see who I could have a conversation with, and I found Laura. So Laura, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So Laura House has been working here in Oklahoma on the Oklahoma team for about a year and a half, but you've known about IEW and has actually worked for IEW much longer than that. So tell me, how did you first learn about IEW?
Well, I was homeschooling my 3 children, and we had been through a lot of writing programs at our home. Writing and fun were never in the same sentence at my house. And I had a 10th, 8th, and 6th grader at the time, and really had pretty much given up on trying to find something that would work for us. It was just difficult to do. One of my kids, my daughter, loved to write, but she was that kind of kid where you wanted 1 page and you got 15. And it had good ideas, but it really wasn't well done, and I didn't know how to fix it. My oldest had some learning disabilities and very bright, but for him, the writing process was just a difficult thing. And my youngest was kind of that brainy computer kid that writing just kind of had no interest in it. Okay, so I have a good friend, Jill Pike, who has more children than I do and was going through a similar situation at her house. They were struggling with writing too. She called me up one day and said, "Laura, I have found another program."
Great, another writing program.
"I'll buy it if you'll do it at your house." And I thought, good deal for me. Okay, but I'm not going to tell my kids till the night before because I knew I'd be very unpopular. And of course, I was very unpopular. So Sunday night, I informed everyone that we found yet another writing program, but of course, this one was going to be different. And I had invited 4 families to join us the next morning.
Wow.
So Monday morning, we had 15 kids, grades 11 down to grade 4 in the living room and around the TV. And we before I popped it in, I will never forget this part. My kids were elbowing the neighbor saying, "Did your mom make you come? I'm so sorry. We didn't know we were going to have to do this." It was not a good scenario. But I'll never forget when I popped in Student Writing Intensive into the DVD and Andrew Pudewa started teaching. The whole tone in that room started changing. They started snickering, they started chuckling, looking at each other. "Oh, we've got this." I'll never forget how surprised I was. Everybody pulled out that paper and boom, there was the keyword outline and rewrite the paragraph. And I can't even tell you the incredible joy I felt that finally something was going to work.
That's great. Yes, and it certainly helps that Andrew's funny and the kids can enjoy his jokes while they're learning to write.
Exactly.
So you're here now working for us full time. I shouldn't say what exactly do you do, because you do a lot of things for us, Laura, but give us a summation of some of the things that you're doing for us at IEW.
Well, kind of just 2 categories really kind of encompass everything. One is marketing. I love getting the word out. You can imagine what a blessing it was to our family to finally have something that was able to teach us to write effectively. All 3 of my kids are amazing writers, so it was a blessing to us. So I love getting the word out. So marketing can be anything from helping a group that needs some magalogs sent to advertising, just, whatever that encompasses, getting the word out. And then secondly, I get to work with hybrid schools and co-ops all over the country. And I love doing that as well, helping them figure out what curriculum is great for each grade, just supporting them any way I can.
So a hybrid school, what's that?
Hybrid school is a very unique model that I wish existed when my kids were little. I mean, it existed, but not in my town. But basically, kids attend school 2 or 3 days a week, usually, and then they go home for those other days and continue their work at home. So a hybrid school has a group of teachers that assign the grades. Parents don't do that. Also, they choose the curriculum at the school. So when the students are home, the parents are facilitating that learning, but the instruction is done at school.
So it's really where does the authority lie? Was it with the school or with the parents as far as assigning grades and keeping the records?
With the school, that's what makes the difference in a hybrid school. Yeah.
Great. You've answered this a little bit, but what do you hope to accomplish in your role here at IEW?
Well, first of all, on the marketing end, I really hope to let people know that we're here. Whether you have a child that has special needs, a daughter who loves to write but it's not well done, or someone who hates to write, regardless of your situation, IEW can be an incredible blessing to your family. So I really hope to be able to share that with people. With co-ops, I hope to encourage them and let them see the amazing theme-based books we have and video series that we have that work so well in a co-op setting. And then with hybrid schools, a similar type of support, but very excited to help them implement this in their schools.
So if you had a microphone, hypothetically speaking, because, how often do you have a microphone in front of you, Laura? And an audience of people who are interested in what we do here at IEW, what message would you like to convey?
2 things. Number 1, give us a try. Regardless of the students you have, as I mentioned a moment ago, give IEW a try. And number 2, let us support you in that. I am amazed at the wonderful tools we have. I have this 10 Tools postcard in my hand that I love to give every week. Magnum Opus Magazine is an opportunity for your children to write, send us their work, and we publish it.
Something you were personally interested in because your daughter's the editor.
She is. And we have a monthly Magnum Opus newsletter, and it's online. It's a wonderful chance to be published. Our Facebook page is different than most of them I'm involved with because we actually have a theme for each week. So every month we add 4 different themes, and you'll see it on our Facebook page. So if there's something you're particularly interested in, make sure and tune into our Facebook page. We also have online classes. We have a school division. It kind of goes on and on. So I would say, please give us a try. We have a 100% lifetime guarantee. There's nothing to lose. And then secondly, let us support you because we want to be there and let you see success in your kids and be blessed the way our family was.
Great, great. So if you had a magic wand and could give away any product that we carry to maybe a handful of our listeners, which would it be?
Well, I think my favorite thing outside the teacher course, that's of course my very favorite, but I would love to give away Student Continuation Course Level B, SICC-B. And for middle school kids that have had IEW for at least 1 year, it is a tremendous course.
And I like this suggestion because a lot of our listeners are not new to IEW, and they might have gone through the Student Writing Intensive Level B or a theme-based book. So the continuation course, Level B, would be for families who are not new to IEW, but want to bring their students to the next level. So what we'll do is we'll give away a copy of the Student Intensive Continuation Course Level B to 5 lucky randomly selected listeners before the end of November 2017, and we'll just put those details in our show notes. So go ahead and enter in our drawing, and you might be one of the lucky winners, and then you can send a thank you note to Laura for that. Laura, we're so grateful for all that you do for IEW, and your enthusiasm clearly shines through the microphone, through your cheerful smile, just through all that you do for IEW. We're really grateful for the work that you do. Thanks so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, you can subscribe to this podcast in iTunes or Stitcher, or just visit us each week at iew.com/podcast. Until then, on behalf of Andrew Pudewa and the team at IEW, I thank you for the privilege of allowing us to partner with you on this educational journey toward better listening, speaking, reading, writing, and thinking.